Hey,
Hi.
I created a high quality product with just AI.
Oh, you did? Let's have a look. So that means the moment you try to change something, you have to suddenly change it in multiple places. Fixed values for something that should be configurable. Generate HTML is completely decoupled from the actual generation. This tool is a great example when to use AI for coding and when not to. So what does the tool do? It allows you to generate a signature for emails. So that's kind of easy. Active node and so on and so forth. And you can add a logo and change the position and the size. So that's cool. I didn't create it from scratch, but I used Bolt initially. But now let's have a look what it fucked up. So here's the code from Bolt. And if you check the source code, you will notice that here in the app.tsx, it defines the signature data type. That's great, but as you can see as well, it doesn't export it. So how is it passed forward? It isn't, because if you jump to the signature form here, it just copy pasted the exact same thing. And what about the signature preview? Well, same thing. So that means the moment you try to change something, you have to suddenly change it in multiple places. The architectural decision is bad. But it's not just the types. You'll also have problems like fixed values for something that should be configurable, like here in the logo size. Like, where does the 120 come from even? But the worst thing that I found is the following. In the initial version, when you generate a signature like active node and it's like David and so on and so forth, and you clicked get code, it outputted this code, which first of all seems alright, because tables are still the best supported thing in email clients. But the problem is when I changed things here, like for example the color and whatnot, so when I changed the signature preview, I was thinking it actually grabs the value from that preview, because that would make sense to everybody. Like we literally want to export what we have in the preview. Exact same thing. Plus, it gives us that assumption because it has a ref. So I was thinking it just takes the reference and grabs the HTML. So even after changing the color, I was trying to figure out why I always still get like the old layout. And turns out, when you check the app.tsx, that the generate HTML is completely decoupled from the actual generation. So it's hard-coded. And now even worse. Like again, this hard-coded 120. Does that ring a bell? Yes, it does, because we have it here as well. So also here, if you change it in one place, it won't change it in another place. So what's the takeaway? Should we stop using these AI tools? The takeaway is that you have to be skilled in the first place to detect what AI fucks up. And then you finally have to ask yourself what's important to you. Do you want to skillify your brain and make use of its plasticity? Or do you want to fire and forget by all means with all risks? Well, I'm not gonna make the decision for you, but what's clear at this point of time, if somebody tells you that they created a whole app in just like one day with AI, I'd rather not want to see that source code. But now the most important part. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you next time.